Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Thanks so much for joining us. It's Hammer time on TCM this May Friday. Hammer in this case referring to Mike Hammer, the tough and rugged private eye, created by writer Mickey Spillane in a whole series of tough and rugged books. Coming up, we have 3 Mike Hammer films based on these books. The character of Mike Hammer was first introduced in a 1947 novel called I, the Jury. It became an overnight fictional sensation. Spillane became quite a sensation too, turning the Pulp Fiction world on its ear with the book's ramped-up violence and sexuality. The first Mike Hammer movie was a 1953 film based on that first book, I, the Jury, with actor Biff Elliott as Mike Hammer. Our film, which was made by director Robert Aldrich, was released 2 years later, as Ralph Meeker as Hammer. It's called Kiss Me Deadly. It was released by United Artists in 1955. It's a film that's considered one of the best of its kind. Very tough, very taut, and also very dark. But that's not the way it was greeted when it first came out. It took quite a beating, in fact, by critics because it was so much more than critics and moviegoers had seen up to that point. It's not gory, as many films are today, but it does have violent aspects people weren't used to seeing in movies in the 1950s. Now, Robert Aldrich was actually driven to write an article for the New York Herald Tribune pointing out that the violence many people thought they were seeing was actually more a product of their own imagination than what's actually on the screen. But is it? You have to be the judge of that. One thing's for certain, though, and that's there's less violence here than in the films made by Robert Aldrich, which came after, such as Whatever Happened to Baby Jane and The Dirty Dozen. And by the way, in our movie, do make note of the woman running down the road at the film's opening scene. Yeah, it's Cloris Leachman. So from 1955, also with Albert Decker, Paul Stewart, and Juano Hernandez. Here's Kiss Me Deadly.